Hello everyone. Welcome to UIS. Let's discuss today's prelims topics. Question 1 with reference to World Investment Report 2023. Consider the following statements. 1. It is released by World Bank. 2. India attracted the third highest foreign direct investment (FDI) in greenfield new projects in 2022. 3. India and ASEAN were the most buoyant recipients of foreign investment, with increases of 10 and 5% respectively, and strong growth in project announcements. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The answer is A. It is released by United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, UNCTAD. The 2023 edition of the World Investment Report said that the total FDI into India soared by 10%, from $44.7 billion in 2021 to an impressive $49.3 billion in 2022. India attracted the third highest foreign direct investment (FDI) in greenfield new projects in 2022. India was surpassed only by the United States and the United Kingdom in terms of FDI inflow. This solidifies India's reputation as a global economy, firmly placing it on the radar of international investors. India further consolidated its position as a preferred investment destination by securing the second largest amount of international project finance in 2022. International project financing refers to international lenders who provide debt or equity to develop infrastructure projects across the world. Nevertheless, the total FDI in 2022 was lower than what was recorded in 2020 amid the COVID-19 pandemic, when India attracted $64 billion of foreign investments. Question to consider the following statements about JIMEX 23 exercise. 1. Bilateral Jamaica-India maritime exercise. 2. It is being conducted out of Chennai. 3. This will witness the participation of INS Delhi, India's first indigenously built guided missile destroyer. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The answer is A. Bilateral Japan-India maritime exercise. It is being conducted out of Visakhapatnam. JIMEX 23 will witness the participation of INS Delhi, India's first indigenously built guided missile destroyer, INS Kamorta, an indigenously designed and built anti-submarine warfare corvette, fleet tanker INS Shakti, a submarine, maritime patrol aircraft P-8I and Dornier, shipborne helicopters and fighter aircraft. JMSDF will be represented by the guided missile destroyer JS Samidare and its integral helicopters. The exercise will be conducted over 6 days in 2 phases, a harbour phase at Visakhapatnam comprising professional, sports and social interactions, after which the two navies will jointly hone their warfighting skills at sea and enhance their interoperability through complex multidiscipline operations in the surface, subsurface and air domains. Question 3. What is Pest des Petits Ruminants, PPR? 1. PPR is caused by a virus of the family Paramyxoviridae and genus Morbillivirus. 2. The common symptoms of the disease are diarrhea and pneumonia affecting the kidney. 3. AM highly contagious viral disease. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The answer is B. The common symptoms of the disease are diarrhea and pneumonia affecting the lungs. According to the World Organization of Animal Health, PPR is caused by a virus of the family Paramyxoviridae and genus Morbillivirus. It represents one of the highly contagious animal diseases in areas that rely on small ruminants as a way of making a living. Outbreaks tend to be associated with contact of immunonaive animals with animals from endemic areas, in addition to occurring in extensive migratory populations. Morbidity rate in susceptible populations can reach up to 90 to 100%. Mortality rates vary among susceptible animals but can reach 50 to 100% in more severe instances. The disease was first identified in early 1940s in Ivory Coast. It has since been identified in many countries in Africa, Middle East and Asia. Predominantly goats and sheep are prone to the disease. Many species of antelope and wild relatives of domesticated small ruminants are susceptible to PPRV. Question 4. Consider the following statements about Strait of Hormuz. 1. It is a strait between the Persian Gulf and the Red Sea. 2. It provides the only sea passage from the Persian Gulf to the open ocean and is one of the world's most strategically important choke points. 3. One-third of the world's liquefied natural gas and almost 25% of total global oil consumption passes through the strait. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The answer is B. It is a strait between the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman. On the north coast lies Iran, and on the south coast lies the Musandam Peninsula, shared by the United Arab Emirates and Musandam Governorate, an exclave of Oman. Question 5. Consider the following statements about OpenKylin operating system recently in news. 1. Based on the existing open-source Linux operating system. 2. Released by Russia. 3. It is used in space program and industries such as finance and energy. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The answer is B. Released by China. Question 6. Consider the following statements about rights issue. 1. A rights issue gives preferential treatment to existing shareholders, where they are given the right, not obligation, to purchase shares at a lower price on or before a specified date. 2. The number of additional shares that can be purchased by the shareholders is usually in proportion to their existing shareholding. 3. The rights are traded in a different way as normal equity shares. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The answer is B. Features of a rights issue. Companies undertake a rights issue when they need cash for various objectives. The process enables the company to raise money without incurring underwriting fees. A rights issue gives preferential treatment to existing shareholders, where they are given the right, not obligation, to purchase shares at a lower price on or before a specified date. Existing shareholders also enjoy the right to trade with other interested market participants until the date at which the new shares can be purchased. The rights are traded in a similar way as normal equity shares. The number of additional shares that can be purchased by the shareholders is usually in proportion to their existing shareholding. Existing shareholders can also choose to ignore the rights. However, if they do not purchase additional shares, then their existing shareholding will be diluted post-issue of additional shares. Question 7. Ubinas volcano, recently in news, is located at A. Philippines, B. Hawaii, C. Italy, D. Peru. The answer is D. Question 8. Consider the following statements about 2023 Global Peace Index, GPI. 1. Put out by the Institute for Economics and Peace, IEP. To the GPI covers 163 countries comprising 99.7% of the world's population, using 23 qualitative and quantitative indicators. 3. Iceland is the most peaceful country in the world, a title it has held since 2008. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The answer is C. It measures the state of peace across 3 domains. Asterisk societal safety and security asterisk ongoing domestic and international conflict asterisk militarization. According to this year's report, the average level of global peacefulness deteriorated by 0.42%. This is the 13th deterioration in peacefulness in the last 15 years, with 84 countries improving and 79 deteriorating in peacefulness in 2022. India has occupied the 126th spot in the rankings, 2 higher than its previous position. The report stated that India experienced an improvement of 3.5% in overall peacefulness over the past year, owing to improvements in violent crime, neighboring countries' relations, and political instability. Thank you everyone. Do subscribe to this channel. Use code SPLIVE to join Unacademy.